Oh, hello, hello. How is everyone? One more cool conversation about the joy of business, about creations, and so on. It has been so much fun. I've been talking to so many facilitators that are around the world and people that really create business in a different way from the joy of business and have created also in the past. So I'm so curious when I started these conversations because I always wanted to know how was, the before and after. So before having tools that actually really assist your business and after using these tools. So today I have Amanda Anderson with me. She's here. She's going to join me and let's have this conversation. Yes, yes. How much fun. Amanda, let's see if you can join in.
Hello,
Yes!
hello, my friend. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Amanda. Nice to see
Hi,
you.
you too. Likewise. Just trying to find a good place for my phone.
Yes, take your time. Well,
Yeah.
I love the wood beans. Beautiful.
Thank
You're
you.
silly.
Thank you.
Amanda, where are you right now? Tell us.
I'm at home in Mallorca, Spain.
Oh my God, how does it get any better? And I know that, and
Fantastic.
that's, I was just saying that's the joy of talking to everyone. I mean, everyone is in a different place in the world
Yeah,
and and has that
totally.
magic with business. So Amanda, to start off, what businesses did you have before becoming an access consciousness facilitator, joy of business facilitator?
Well, it's the story time, kids. Well, I actually grew up in a family business.
Ah,
So my grandparents on my mom's side, they started a business already back in the 60s. And then my mom took over the company in the beginning of the 90s. So when I was about two or three, she took over the company. And then she was running it and yeah, grew it. So it became very big and very successful. And I basically started, working there a little bit on school holidays and stuff like that, and a little bit like reception work and customer service, answering the phone, stuff like that.
that's so
And
cool.
yeah, it was actually, and it was one of those, like the actual business itself wasn't very exciting. It was different kind of transports for people with different disabilities.
Uh-huh.
So we had like big buses for people in wheelchairs, and eventually we also had ambulances and personal assistants and a lot of different things and rehab centers and you name it. So the business in itself, I was never like the actual thing that we were doing. I was never like super passionate about or anything.
Yeah,
But I'm very grateful to actually have been growing up in a company
yeah.
because I learned so much and I started learning so much already when I was like 13, 14.
Well, you're being exposed to so much, isn't it, in the early age?
Exactly,
Mm.
exactly. Yeah. So then when I was I think I was 24, me and my brother Victor, we took over a part of the company because the company had several different businesses within it. So we took over part of it, and we were running that for about 4 years. And we
Oh,
had,
cool.
yeah, it went a little bit, like it fluctuated a little bit, but when we were at our biggest, we had around 120 employees. So it was quite a thing to do and take care of when you're 24 and you don't really have any experience of running a company. And we went through everything with that
Wow.
company. Like we had, you name it. It was, a lot of stuff went on. A lot of stuff happened, and I learned so much,
Yeah.
like so much.
Yeah. And so fast forward for when now you have the tools of joy of business, of looking at your business differently. What do you see with what you know now? What could have gone? What could have happened? I don't want to go back to the past, but you know what I mean? It's like, oh,
Yeah,
if I knew
totally.
that.
Totally. Yeah, yeah, no, that's a great question. Well, I think if I had the tools, I wouldn't have been doing that business in the first
Ah,
place. Because it was one of those, I was like 24. I was like, I had already spent 3 years at university and I was like, I don't really know what to do with my life. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'll just work in the family business for a while longer, you know? But if I had had the tools and actually, you know, if I truly had been asking myself, well, what do I want to create? What do I want to do? I wouldn't have, I don't think that I would have gone down that route at all. But now looking back at it, I'm glad that I did, because it's like, wow, it's one of those that I'm like, it gave me so much awareness. And without all of that experience and all of that awareness, I don't think that I would have been able to take the next steps and make the next choices and you know, move forward from there and to where I am today, which is like a totally different life, you know.
Totally. And you know, I do get what you're saying, because I also grew up with a family business, and you know, it wasn't the most fun thing, but at the same time I learned so much. And I think we just are thrown into the midst of things, and then as we become more, you know, into the adult life, you know, past 20s, and we know we have this sort of, and I see with you, you know, there's a leadership that we have that's it's ours because we had to have that.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
Totally. And you know, one of the things that I have really realized and that I can acknowledge now, many years later, is that yes, I learned a lot of like, this is how it works and this is how you run a company, and a lot of this kind of knowledge. But actually the most valuable things was all of the energetics that I had to deal with that I didn't really cognitively realize then what was going on. But now I can see like all of the projections, all of the expectations, all of the like, and being
People.
aware of everybody, all of the exactly, basically, yes, basically learning to deal with people, which
so
is
cool.
exactly to say, it gives you that sense of like, well, you know, I've been dealing with people in so many different ways for so many years. So now it's like, whatever comes my way, whatever, it's fine.
It is like this. So cool. So nowadays, tell us, because I know you have a very successful photo business. How do you call it? And you're a facilitator. What is it that changed now? You know, I get from what we spoke, you know, you ask questions and you create from that space. But what is it now creating business for you and having your business?
Yeah. Well, like now I live, you know, I live. And everything is included. And like the things that I choose to create is part of, like, I don't even look at it as like, this is my job and this is my, you know, it's all part of just waking up every morning and being like, okay, now what? What would I like to create and choose today? You know? Yeah. So that's a big, big difference, because before Access, it was always this like, I go to work, I'm at the office, this is my job. And then everything outside of the job, that's my life, you know? Yeah. But one of the things that we talk so much about in Joy Your Business is that your life is actually your business. And to me, it's like to create a life that I truly adore and that I am excited about every day. That's business. Yeah. And that's why I do what I do, because I want to create a life that is that I enjoy. And also being able to contribute to other people in whatever way that I can.
That's so cool. Yeah, totally. And one of the questions that I ask in those lives is like, how do you see, because we have a 3-day, you know, it's called Business Done Different class, where every time a facilitator, you know, facilitate this class, it goes, we have a group, a WhatsApp group with everyone, and they go like, oh my God, that was the best class ever, you know, because you can see that facilitator changed. So how is it for you that you see yourself on day one and the participants and day 3 after going through the master class, which is Business Done different?
Yeah. Well, it really is like done different, and it's goodness, so much. But like with all Access classes and with the Business Done Different class, it's like, it's not what you think it is. And that includes for me, like as a facilitator, I'm like, I just show up and I'm like, okay, now what? Like, what do you guys want to talk about? What do you want to explore? we have an amazing, beautiful manual with lots and lots of amazing topics. And it's also just that, like, because I think in business, we're so used to like, tell me what to do, tell me how to do this, tell me what is right, tell me what is wrong, tell me what I need to do to be successful. You know, we want to have that outside. We want to learn from someone else. But what we come from in this business done different classes is really like, hey, but what do you know? And to start, like, it's so much fun when you see people, it's like they rewire their way of thinking about business. And instead of like, I'm in a business class and now I'm going to learn how to be successful, it's like coming back to that, like, but what do I actually want to create? And what do I know? What works for me? What is fun for me? And that joy of it, like really bringing back the joy of business. When people find their own way of being with that and their own, what they get excited about, because it's different for all of us. Like what you get excited about and what enthuses you is going to be completely different than anybody else. And that's when I can perceive and see that the participants are like, actually, I really enjoy this and this and this. Like, yes, we're getting somewhere, you know?
And it's so cool, you know, everything that you've been saying, because this is it. And there's even a sense of relaxation, isn't it? It's a class that there's so much change, but, and this is it. You go back to, yeah, I can relax and look at all the different things. That's, so, you know, this is it's a conversation that we're having. And before we go, what tool or what question would you like to share with, you know, people here now in the future to look at their businesses if they're feeling they're stuck and they cannot really change something? What would you say? What questions can they have?
Well, you just said it, relaxation, like relax. Because the more we kind of get all tight and stressed about something, the harder it is to move forward and to actually create something different. Like today, you know, it's a regular Monday, but you know, you can see on my face, I'm not exactly, you know, dressed for, you know, I've been in my hoodie all day, no makeup. I've been to the gym. I just had an amazing 1.5 hour massage. And I'm like, nice. This is what works for me today. Yeah. And this is what I require today. This is what's going to create greater for me today, to just have a day to relax, take care of me, take care of my body. Because I've been such a doer my whole life, and I'm good at doing. Like, I'm really good at doing. I can get shit done really easy and really fast. So learning how to really like prioritize to relax, take care of you, take care of your body. That is, it's a whole different way of being every day with your business and with everything else. So that's not really a question, but yeah. But
I love that because because you brought this, including your body. So, you know, did everything that it was like you went to exercise and you had the massage. So your body was like number one today. It is every day, but today was like this extra caring, because this is it. When you are so connected and so, you know, in tune with it, then of course your business is going to be looked at another way. It's so cool.
Your body can really be like your best business partner if you allow it to be, because it contributes so much if you just receive it.
I love that. Thank you so much. Amanda, what do you have classes coming up? Tell us, you have Joy Business classes?
I do. I actually have a free Zoom coming up in just 5 days on the December 20th, which is called Ease into 2026 with Clarity, Presence, and Gratitude, I think.
Nice.
So that also very much this energy of like, what if we can just relax and ease into the new year, and really with that sense of clarity of what do I want to create? What would I like to choose this year? And then I do have a BDD, a Business Done Different class coming up in February. It's going to be online. I can't remember the exact dates, but I'm sure we can put it here somewhere.
And you find under your profile. That's so cool. For more, you know, I love that I see so many people creating the business classes, and they even, you know, what you mentioned, the free call on relaxation and clarity and so on. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, Amanda, for
Thank
taking the
you.
time to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye. Talk
Bye
to you
for
soon.
now.
Bye.